again to oh dear, nearly said ABS. GXL Tier 2 here for round 6 of the championship here at the legendary Paul Ricard circuit, which is renowned for being one of the most boring circuits in the universe, but not in GXL Tier 2. This will be a thrilling race, as it always is in Tier 2. Everyone will crash, everyone will die. We nearly have a full grid here today. Unfortunately, one person did leave when we tried to ask if they were coming. But other than that, we do have pretty much a full grid. 19 drivers here today out of the 20 that checked in. So, yeah, and alongside me in the commentary box today is the beautiful, gorgeous, sexy unit. I shouldn't say, I'm about to catch a case. He's only year 9. But, yeah, it's Taylor. You usually just supposed to say, like, hi. Taylor? So, okay, he's died or something. Oh well, we don't need him anyway. So yeah, for now at least, it's just me. As you can see by the timings, Racing Points are currently leading the way. 1-2, Original Blazers and Lucas, who have been a pretty dominant force so far this season, winning quite a few Grand Prix. They are first and second in the championship as well. So yeah, I mean, it's not a huge surprise that they're up so high. But yeah, Original Blazers on provisional pole by about 4/10 of a second, so that's... Yay. That's nice.
Wow.
I'm glad that you're back.
You didn't sound very enthusiastic. Can we try that again?
You missed your cue, because I said, oh,
I
here
have
alongside me in the
returned.
commentary box is Taylor, and then you weren't there.
Embarrassing you.
Everyone's pitting as soon as I go on to them.
Because they don't want to be on our stream.
That's kind of sad.
Is.
I'm noticing a lot of new drivers this week.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't say we had a brilliant attendance last week. 14 drivers, not bad.
At least it was clean.
Yeah, not bad, not great. But yeah, we have a few new drivers, notably Mr. 04, Dark Lord.
Why did you call him Mr. 04?
Because I will mispronounce his name. SDK. Fisty. SDK.
I have to say, when I first saw his name, I thought it was Mr. Fishy.
Yeah, that's
but
what I
now,
thought.
upon further inspection, it's Fisfy.
SDK Max and Daniel CSFC.
Oh, SDK Max, I didn't notice that. Is he, by any chance, friends with his teammate SDK Jake?
I think that would be a good bet to make.
Well, they're in the same team, obviously, so I would imagine that they know each other.
Yeah, no, they do know
good
each
pairing.
other. That's how SDK Max joined.
Oh. Then Daniel as well.
You said you've heard of him, but you don't actually know him.
I have heard of him.
Yeah.
I know, like, who he is, but I've never raced with him or watched him race, so I don't know what his pace is like at all.
Okay.
And then there's also Amelia, who I thought was a guy, so...
Yeah, that's not, it's not great.
Did kind of assume the gender a little bit there.
TwitchBot hasn't sent the stream just yet.
It never does it?
Well, it does. It's just got a incredible delay.
Oh.
I'm going to take a seat. Go on board with luck.
What, you've been standing up?
Yes.
Oh, we got yellow
yes, I have been
flags.
standing up.
Are you, like, weird or something? Kim Reynolds is off the road. Got to be careful. His teammate's flying up behind him. Get out of the way, Kim Reynolds. Get out of the way. Get out. Oh, he's giving his teammate a toe. Oh, big brain move from Alfa Romeo. So Kim Reynolds there, giving his teammate F1 Union a toe down the straight, as Paul Buxton said in Drive to Survive. That's about 20 extra horsepower for F1 Union. Daniel crosses the line, goes third fastest, as Bryony actually goes quickest overall with a 28.4. That is a monstrous lap time from the Red Bull driver. Knocks Original Blazers out of the park with that lap time.
Yeah, but Luck is going to smash that through the wind. And no, he doesn't smash it at all. He goes P2.
He missed it by 1/10 of a second, so
he was
quite close at the top.
the first and second sector. I thought he was definitely going to have provisional pole.
Let's have a look at the sector times. Yep, so... Right, let me see this. Let me try and work this out. So, Actually, Bryony's going for it again, I think. So, and he's... Oh, actually, no, that's just his in-lap because it's invalidated. I mean, if he was going for it again, that would be very impressive because that's about 3 seconds up on his last time. But yeah, so
Give me
Lucas was...
give me a pole prediction. Who's gonna finish on pole today?
Yeah, Lucas did blitz the first 2 sectors, didn't he? He just ruined it in the final sector. Pole position, as always, Gamer Boy, I think is one to watch in qualifying. And the race, I think he's a very talented driver, and I think he'll be up there as Toxic Squid gets nicely out of the way of the 3 drivers coming down the main straight. We currently got, on my Xbox, at least 1. But I don't know if that's true or not, as it's all getting a bit close and personal here down the back straight. Everyone's tripping over each other, I think.
Okay, Twitch.
Trying to stay out of each other's way.
TwitchBot has just sent the link.
I rate that TwitchBot, thank you. Oh, it's jumped up to 7 now, so yeah, we got about 7 or 8 viewers.
Brilliant. We actually hit 100 Twitch followers over the week.
That was ages ago we hit that.
Should have probably posted about that on the Instagram.
I've posted about the 300 followers on Instagram.
Oh yeah, we're now on 104 followers.
Yeah, that's kind of mad.
Yeah.
I mean, considering we don't even have 70 people in on our Discord.
Yeah.
So that's about 30 people that just are not connected to the league at all. Yeah, fans, exactly.
Fans. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's understandable. Most people are.
Yeah, everyone's heard of GXL these days. We're gaining people by the day. Tier 1 tomorrow is looking ultra competitive. So yeah, we'll have to see how it all plays out.
Okay, right. Actually, who's your prediction for the pole position? 5 minutes and
I've told you, Gamer Boy.
Okay, I'm gonna go for Daniel in the Ferrari.
Interesting, interesting. Well, we'll have to see how it all plays out. We'll find out in about 5 minutes' time. When that clock hits 0, if it does hit 0 at the same time for us as it does for the drivers, I believe Gamer Boy is going quite slowly. Unless that yellow flag is behind him.
It's just his pace.
Not quite
Just
sure.
his pace.
Wow.
Where is he?
You're saying his pure pace is so slow that he's created a yellow flag.
That's a bit harsh.
He needs to get out the way fairly quickly though, because he has, I believe, the Ferrari of Daniel approaching him quite fast behind. Actually, he's on a lap, so he doesn't need to get out the way whatsoever. Fair play to you, Gamer Boy. Keep on going, son, as he goes through the chicane. But you can see the Ferrari of Daniel is getting is getting ever closer.
Daniel's on an outlap.
In the rear view camera.
Daniel's on an outlap.
Oh, Daniel's on an outlap.
Oh god.
Oh dear, oh dear. I think we're okay then, as long as Gamer Boy doesn't block Daniel in any way, then it's okay. As he comes through the final sector, we'll ride on board with him. Little bit wide through there, but doesn't matter too much. As we got yellow flags down the back, I believe that's his teammate Amelia going quite slowly, and Gamer Boy once again just a touch wide through this final sector, but not entirely bad. I mean, it could have been better, but it could have been worse. As he activates DRS now, and I don't think he was using his DRS on that lap. But let's see, he crosses the line, and is he starting a lap? No, he was. Okay, that's kind of strange. He's starting a lap now, so oh, it's not the right line, not the right line through there whatsoever.
Okay, let's focus.
But yeah,
let's
surprisingly, he's
focus
not invalidated.
Lucas, he's a man in prime position for provisional pole today, and he's 120. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm making up words, but Lucas has started a lap.
Yeah, you're waffling.
Lucas has started a lap.
This time Daniel is actually coming up behind.
Oh no.
Gamer Boy. Oh dear, as they come into the chicane, look how quickly Daniel's gaining. He'll overtake him before the end of this lap.
Oh.
He will get overtaken by the end of this lap.
Gamer Boy, move out the way.
Oh dear, I mean, Gamer Boy doesn't have to get out the way, because he is on a lap himself, but I'm sure Daniel will not be liking this dirty air right in front of him as he goes through the right hander, which is very, very fast indeed. They're so close to each other now. Careful! Oh dear, as it's all getting neat and close and personal in the background, as there's quite a few cars, and eventually Gamer Boy did get out of the way of Daniels, but the real question is, as you can see, that Ferrari's brakes glowing bright red there. How much did it affect Daniel as he activates DRS and he powers towards the line? He crosses the line and goes third fastest, so not a bad lap time whatsoever from Daniel.
But you've got to wonder, could he have gone faster without the impeding on his lap from Game Boy?
Exactly, that is the question that we will never
Just
know.
on board with Lucas there in the Racing Point. He really seems to be struggling through that final corner as he crosses the line to go provisional pole. Yeah, he locked up at the final corner, really seems to be struggling and losing a lot of time through there.
Well, it's about a tenth in it between first and second at the moment, so don't go anywhere because this could still be very, very close indeed as Lucas cuts the first sector, which you are, of course, allowed to do.
Are you?
Well, we didn't make any rules, so yes, he is allowed to do it.
Oh, yep, you're allowed to do that. I know that.
Yeah. I mean, not obviously he's invalidated, but he's on an in-lap now, so I think that'll be the best Lucas can do, because he won't go, unless he's going to do another lap on these tyres, he won't go any
F1
quicker
Union
than that.
Shoots it up to third.
Oh, yes. Nice lap there from the Alfa Romeo driver. Just about goes ahead of Daniel in the Ferrari. So,
I think
goes into the top three.
The game may have some better... Oh no, brilliant. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, the McLaren. Okay, no problem. I thought the McLaren was going to come out onto the track and impede the Ferrari. Oh!
Daniel's pitted, so he's not going to be going any better.
Do have to wonder if we have the right timing, because Brian Nomi's on an outlap here, and there's 20 seconds to go. I'm not sure if he'll make it.
Well, let's see. I mean, if he's not going to make it, his teammate behind, Fliniesta, is definitely not going to make it. Well, we'll find out in about 10 seconds' time as the timer ticks down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm not sure.
I don't know why. I don't know why you counted down, because it's not like it would have gave us a notice. But we'll see from Brian. He crosses the line. No.
Yep,
yeah.
So that's definitely timing glitches. There's the Racing Point there. Is that original places? I think parked up by the side. Yeah, it was. So the two Racing Points, first and second at the start of this session. Now first and seventh. So this could be a good opportunity for the Red Bulls to strike back, as that's definitely not the right line for Fliniesta. So I think that is his qualifying session over. He might try and give his teammate a tow. Maybe he actually doesn't. So yeah, I'm not sure what's happened there. But as someone's retired at the first corner, I wonder if that's F1 Union. No, it's his teammate, Kian Reynolds, who just went 11th fastest. So not the best he could have done, as the Mercedes there. Oh, why are you fighting?
I mean, they're friends. Oh no, that's an Alfa Romeo. They're not fighting.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's fine.
They're
fine.
AI
They're both
cars.
AIs, aren't they? I'm an idiot. I didn't realise. So who is left out there? The two Hasses
Ryan and Nomi
are both. Yeah. I mean, we've got to look at the two Hasses first.
No,
Mr.
we really don't.
04 is already invalid, so he's not going to be going any quicker. Here comes Toxic Squid. Out at the final corner, gives it everything to the line. He's currently 12th fastest. Let's see, where can he go? He does go into the top 10, so nice lap from Toxic Squid. Now all eyes fall on this man, Bryony, as he crosses the line. Can he beat Lucas? No!
So close between Red Bull.
Misses out by about 20 milliseconds. How close was that? And I believe that's it. I don't think anyone else is on a lap, so we're just waiting for people to retire. And when I say people, I mean Mr. Fisfy. And that's it.
Yeah, he appears to be very new to league racing, so I think he's going to be sitting in the pit. Oh no, he did retire. Good. So.
Yay, 19 milliseconds. That was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lucas on pole again for about the millionth time.
Didn't he? Who took pole in Canada?
It might have been. Was it Fliniesta?
I think it was either Fliniesta or Lucas, because I remember they had a
Fliniesta won, didn't he?
Very close battle. Yeah.
I think it was
Fliniesta won.
It was.
I remember that much.
I think it was Fliniesta. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was. Well, he's lining up 6th today, so not quite as good as last week. But yeah, still not too bad. I have a question.
Yep.
Why does Lucas race in Tier 1 last season and Tier 2? So
Yeah.
why does he only race in Tier 2 now?
You can't make Tier 1 time.
Oh. Okay, I see. That would be not good if he's champion in Tier 2 then.
Isn't he Tier 3 ABS?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be able to make it anyway.
Damn. And also, in that session, Joshua Jack didn't go out. Why?
I don't know. I'm not sure I can be the one to answer your question there.
Well, he didn't have a qualifying ban then. So...
Maybe he didn't,
Strange.
actually. No, he didn't. No. Maybe he's trying a last two, etc. position, I don't know. Or maybe he's doing a Jones fan from last week.
Maybe.
What was Jones fan doing last week?
I don't know.
He
I didn't see what he did.
He didn't do anything, that's the point.
Oh.
He didn't qualify, and he didn't start the race. His car just sat there.
Ah, well that is strange.
And he got disqualified, so yeah, it's weird. Let's hope,
Weird.
We'll see if Joshua Jack's doing the same now. Nope, he's not, he's got off his marks.
Pulled away,
So, yeah,
so
should be all good.
yeah, we are okay. Right then, let's go through the grid. Lucas starts on pole position for about the millionth time this season. He has Bryony alongside.
Time.
It's quite a few times by now.
I think it's
Bryony
the second time.
starts on the front. Shut up! I'm going through the grid. Bryony
Yeah,
starts
F1
alongside him
Union's in third.
on the front row.
The
F1
Alfa
Union,
Romeo.
aka shut up. Do you
Alan.
want me to kick you from the party?
You can't keep
I
me
can't.
from my
Wait, no, I'll
party.
just leave. I'll just leave then. F1
Oh,
Union
yeah. Okay,
starts
cool.
third
Okay.
today. The F1 Instagram celebrity. He starts ahead of newcomer Daniel SCF 27. Who has a decent debut in fourth, second row. Not too bad. He starts ahead of GXL Hallam in the Renault, who got a podium last week, I believe. Was very happy with that indeed. He starts just ahead of last week's pole sitter, Fliniesta in the Red Bull. He's got Original Blazers right behind him for company. GXL Dragon starts 8th, but he is disqualified already for some reason. For a collision with, I believe, SDK Jake. He starts ahead of his teammate XFL Charlie, who nearly left the league last night. Not last night, last week.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did.
Well, yeah, if he said if he was bummed, then he would leave, and it ended up with him doing the bumming because he killed Lucas. But yeah, he is still here for the time being, at least. He starts ahead of Toxic Squid in the Haas, who starts ahead of SDK Max in the Mercedes on his debut. He starts on hard compound tyres. He has Kia Reynolds right behind him for company in the Alfa Romeo. SDK Jake starts 13th ahead of another newcomer, Dark Lord in the Alpha Tauri. He starts on the medium compound tyres ahead of Mr. Fistfeet 04, who is quite new to league racing in the Haas. Amelia starts just behind him on her debut as well. Magma B starts 17th today in the Ferrari. He starts ahead of Gamer Boy, and last but not least, Joshua Jack.
Okay,
that is the grid.
Obviously you're going to be looking at the battle at the front, and I'm going to be looking through the midfield, just to make sure there's no incidents.
Okay, just don't interrupt me. Just say when I've
I'll
finished
mute my
speaking,
mic.
okay?
I'll mute my mic.
Okay then, right, that is good. Right then, we're all in position then. The lights are going on and the timings are all screwed up, but the revs are not rising. So we're not going just yet, but I believe they are starting now. So imagine that there is 5 lights for GXL Tier 2. It's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from the front two. It's a really good start from, I believe, the Renault actually of GXL Hallam coming up in the middle there, but it's Lucas who still leads the way. F1 Union on the inside of Bryony into turn 1. Running wide there is Daniel in the Ferrari. He's had a bad start. Side by side for second position between F1 Union and Bryony. Who breaks latest into the chicane we go. F1 Union edges ahead, or does he? Bryony just about stays ahead as his teammate Fliniesta goes off the road a little bit there. F1 Union, though, with the cutback, gets ahead of Bryony before we hit the back straight. GXL Hallam lying in wait just behind him. He pulls out of the slipstream of Bryony. Bryony's about to lose 2 places on this opening lap, or does he? I think he's just about pulled ahead of the Renault for the time being, as in the background, XFL Charlie coming under pressure now from F1GXL as they go into the chicane. Charlie stays there for the time being. But yeah, perfect start from Lucas. He has got a, wow, 2.4 seconds to the rest of the field. He is loving it out front. F1 Union under a lot of pressure now from Bryony and GXL Hallam right behind him. F1GXL and XFL Charlie going side by side. You don't want to go side by side through there. It will usually end badly, but it hasn't ended badly yet. These two giving each other quite a lot of respect, and Charlie just about stays there for the time being. Not too much else going on. Toxic Squid putting Original Blazers under a little bit of pressure as he runs wide actually off of the track. That could be a warning. In terms of anything else, I think that was pretty good. Gamer Boy has had an issue at the start. He is 4.9 seconds off the pack, so I'm not sure what's happened there. But yeah, disastrous start for Williams driver. Don't think he has any damage.
I can tell you what happened. He nearly spun across the straight.
Oh, side by side for second place. Sorry, Taylor. Bryony back up into second. Continue.
He nearly said Daniel has been spun around or has spun by himself, but yeah, as I was saying, he nearly spun across the straight. I don't know what happened. He just flicked the car and nearly spun.
Well, that is strange indeed. But other than that, that is a clean start.
Except for Dark Lord, who's spinning around.
Anyone spin him or?
Yeah, someone spun him. I don't know who. But yeah, they were side by side.
Dear.
It was a bit of a weird one. Dark Lord was on the inside, so I'm not sure.
Oh, right.
Dark Lord had a lot of space.
Well,
so
we'll have to see what is done about all this after the race, as F1GXL is now back ahead of GXL Hallam in the Renault. So F1GXL trying to make up positions after not a completely ideal qualifying. Back up into the top 4 now.
Yeah, Lucas has had a
Original Blazers
start.
also gaining positions.
Lucas has had.
Pardon?
Lucas, brilliant start from Lucas.
Yeah, everyone just kind of tripped over each other behind him. And he got the perfect start, and he's pulled away by 2.7 seconds. So we'll have to see, can Bryony respond to this now that he's gotten back past F1 Union, and now he has clear air in front of him. Can he chase down Lucas in front of him? Bryony has been on brilliant form recently, so we'll have to see as he sets the fastest lap of the race, a quicker lap time than Lucas. So at the moment, at least, he is going the right way about trying to overtake Lucas as someone's into the pits. That's Joshua Jack. Started 19th in this race and has gotten front wing damage. Dear oh dear. I mean, I said Bryony's been on a brilliant run of form. Joshua Jack has been the complete opposite. He's been on a terrible... he's had a terrible couple of races recently, and I'm not really sure why. I think he's just run out of fucks to give, if I'm honest.
It's for Charlie spun around. Has he spun around?
Oh.
No, he had a bit of
He's definitely off the road. He's got to be careful with rejoining.
He just lost it.
He just lost it on his own. Dear oh dear, but he is all round. Oh my god. Oh, okay, that's just lag. Yeah, as this is a big pack right here. Mr. Fisfy leads it, or does he? Kieran Reynolds now leads it. Oh, as his teammate runs into the back of him, I believe, and loses his front wing and run wise for good measure. This is going to end it awful. This is going to end so badly in a minute. But we'll have to see SDK Jake trying to go round the outside of Toxic Squid with that front wing damage. Now, here comes Charlie actually trying to go round the outside of Toxic Squid as they go through the right hand, and the McLaren inches ahead and does actually get ahead of Toxic Squid. And now Magma Beast is next in line to try and overtake the now wounded Haas as we go through Sector 3. This is a brilliant scrap for, I believe, 8th position. Mr. Fisfy on his league racing, or pretty much his league racing debut, having a storm out there in P9.
Sure. I'm not sure if it is league racing debut. Just seemed like it was.
Could be. We'll make the assumption that it is, as he is now chasing down Kieran Reynolds. Down the main straight we go. Medium compounder tyres on the Haas, soft compounder tyres on the Alfa Romeo, and it's the Haas that gets ahead of Kieran Reynolds. And now SDK Jake is having a go at Kieran Reynolds as well. Kieran Reynolds definitely not having fun out there at the moment. You can see the red light is flashing on the back of that Alfa Romeo, which means he is harvesting energy, which means he's not going to be very quick indeed, and he has lost position to SDK Jake. And now XFL Charlie might be next to take the position, as I believe Original Blazers has just had an issue. Yes, he has, because he's been off the road and he's now behind Mr. Fisfy. So I'm not sure what's happened there, but Original Blazers off of the road for whatever reason. I didn't catch what happened, but yeah, it's unfortunate for Original Blazers.
Just saw some wild
let's
yellow
see if he
flags.
can make his way back up. Yeah, they do get cleared away very, very quickly. So seems like all is well as here comes Original Blazers on Mr. Fisfy trying to look for it round the outside. That would be brilliant if he can make that one stick. And you know what? I think he does. Yes, he does. Original Blazers with a brilliant move gets back ahead of Mr. Fisfy and up into 7th position as Kian Reynolds gets overtaken by AXFL Charlie in the background. While this is all going on, we got a scrap further up the road for what was about P4, I believe, as Fliniesta comes into the pits then on lap 5. So that's quite an early stop for the Red Bull. I believe that's guaranteed 2 stop for Fliniesta. No front wing change, so I suppose that is just how quickly those soft compound tyres do wear out. And he's not the only one in. Toxic Squid is also in the Haas, but he will need a front wing change, so that could contribute to the reason why he's in.
We haven't had too much post-start reaction. Only from Joshua Jack, who said, and I quote, "Gamer Boy, can the fuck off."
that is not yeah, that's not very nice. But yeah, oh well, we'll have to see if there's any stewards inquiries around that after the race. That's gotten quite a good reaction in the chat. I can see a couple of laughing emojis over there. So yeah, we're currently riding on board with Original Blazers. We currently have 11 viewers. So hello to each and every one of you. I hope you're having a great Saturday evening, and I'm glad that you're choosing to spend your evening with us. As you can see here, Mr. Fisfy and SDK Jake going almost wheel to wheel for 7th position. Now they're definitely going wheel to wheel for 7th position. SDK Jake sends it up the inside of Mr. Fisfy, but Mr. Fisfy just about has that overspeed round the outside and stays ahead of SDK Jake for the time being as we come into the final corner of the lap. SDK Jake with a very aggressive move gets ahead of Mr. Fisfy.
Mr. Fisfy has had a very nice drive. We've got a few drivers coming in the pit lane now.
We have got a lot of drivers in the pits. F1 Union, Lucas, Bryony, Jigsaw Hallam, quite a few. I can't even keep up with who is in, but it is definitely quite chaotic in the pit lane at the moment. And look how close Bryony is to Lucas now. That gap has definitely come down since the last time we had a look at the lead. And disaster actually for F1 Union because he's come out behind traffic, so that will lose him a little bit of time as he tries to make his way through these cars. Daniel is the car right in front of him, so yeah, F1 Union come out in a bit of dirty air there, which is not what he would have wanted, whereas his rivals have just about escaped this traffic. So as we now go back up the field, Original Blazers is now the race leader. He's got SDK Jake right behind him on the hard compound tyres, so SDK Jake will probably go for a one-stop strategy, whereas the drivers that started on the softs will most likely go for a 2-stop as someone's off. I believe that's Gamer Boy. Yes, it is. Gamer Boy off the road there for not the first time this race, I don't think. As he's passed by the man who told him to fuck off with the Discord. So yeah, Gamer Boy has had an eventful race, and he's got front wing damage as well. So I wouldn't be all that surprised if this is the end of Gamer Boy's race, unfortunately.
Ooh, Fliniesta.
It is a shame because he is a nice guy.
Yeah, very nice.
Just not entirely quick. Yes, Fliniesta gets ahead of Daniel, but Daniel sends it back up the inside. This is very, very close indeed. A little bit of contact between them. Daniel runs wide, but when he does rejoin the track, the Red Bull is in front of him. As he now actually comes into the pits as well. That could be, yeah, it is a 5-second. I predicted that. I could see, yeah, you're not getting that slowed down. And unfortunately, Daniel picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Medium compound tyres going on. That's definitely a 2-stop strategy. So yeah, I mean,
could you?
This is probably one of the few tracks where 2-stop is actually quite good. So so yeah.
Could he have not attempted and Game Boy has retired? So yeah, as you say. It's the end of his
Yeah,
race.
I'm not too surprised with that one, as the two McLarens and Joshua Jack getting quite close as we go through Sector 1. GXL Dragon just about stays ahead for the time being, but his teammate XFL Charlie and Joshua Jack will have DRS at the next available opportunity. But here we go then as we go down the straight. XFL Charlie with that DRS, the little letterbox in the rear wing opens, gives you about 10-15 kilometers extra speed, I think, down the straights, but that 10-15 extra speed is not enough to carry XFL Charlie back ahead of his teammate. And yes, Original Blazers.
Original Blazers going for one stop.
Yep, he is extending those soft compounded tyres quite long, which is quite difficult to do at this track. It is quite high wear. So
some very nice moves being made out in those twisty front circuits. As I was saying, he's been known to go for the one stop in previous races, obviously winning the Bahrain Grand Prix, I believe it was, because of the one stop. Actually,
yep,
Bahrain short.
Round of the season,
it was Bahrain short.
Oh yeah, that was round 2.
Yeah,
round 2 that he won.
Won it because of the one stop, and I think he's stuck with it throughout the season. He went for a one stop in Spain as well, so I think he might be looking to extend those soft tyres and go to the hards around lap 10 or 11.
Yeah, well, I have to say, those soft compounder tyres aren't looking too great at the moment, as he's under quite a lot of pressure from Mr. Fisfy right behind him in the Haas. He's got his overtake on, pulls out of the slipstream in the Haas, and when he pulls back onto the racing line, he has got that racing point in his wing mirrors. So Mr. Fisfy then up into P2, but it won't be P2 when he comes into the pits, as in the background, F1 Union and SDK Max going wheel to wheel for 8th position, but F1 Union just about wins out that one for the time being. F1 Union has made a pit stop. SDK Max, sorry, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. SDK Max not yet made a stop, so he'll be staying out for the time being. He's on the same strategy as his teammate, SDK Jake, who's leading the race.
Yeah, F1 Union, he's attempting to propel himself into the championship battle, and we do notice this a lot with him. He often drains the ERS. Would you say that?
Original Blazers pits.
Would you say that affected races?
Well, yeah. I mean, it is difficult. It is difficult to harvest DRS, especially around this track,
Blazers,
as there is quite a lot of.
The Renault.
Yeah, Joshua Jack has crashed. That is an interesting place to crash.
Well,
struggling to see if that was.
Yes,
intentional.
3 penalty points.
Well, I didn't see it, but judging by where he is, I would say that was quite intentional from Joshua Jack, who is definitely not a happy lad at the moment. Using some profanity in the Discord. Yeah.
But
I mean,
and it has really gone his way this season. And it's gone his way again. Original Blazers comes into the pit lane, puts on a fresh set of soft compound tyres on, and what do you know, out you come, safety car.
Yep, so that is going to bunch up the field. I should see a good restart, hopefully. I mean, to be fair, they still have 17 runs. We have had 2 retirements, but 17 is not too bad.
Blaze isn't very happy either.
Are they not happy with each other, or just not happy in general?
Just not happy in general.
Yeah, I can see that now. I do feel bad for Gamer Boy. I mean, to be fair, I rate him because he comes every week. He turns up, and he races, and he's clean.
Well, yeah.
He's just not got great pace or luck.
Oh, Mr.
So
Fishy doesn't come into the pit lane.
So he's staying out then. So he will take the lead of this race.
Now, while
SDK Jake does pit. This safety car is actually the worst thing for the hard runners. Because they would have wanted to go longer than this. Lucas is also in. Which is, yeah, not too great timing for him either, because he did make a pit stop only 3 laps ago. Puts on the medium tyres, which to be honest, I'm not sure can. Actually, they probably can make it to the end from here.
Charlie gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not what you want, is it?
As long as it's him making these mistakes, no one crashing into him, then it's okay, because it means he's not going to leave. So, yeah. So the top 6 then: Mr. Fisfy, Bryony, F1 Union, Fliniesta, SDK Jake, and Original Blazers. apart from SDK Jake, all of those drivers have stayed out. So SDK Jake, that was good timing for him, I think, because he pitted. I mean, granted, he would have, because he was on the hard, it's not brilliant timing, but it does mean that he is still in 5th position when he exits the pit lane. So yeah, it could be worse, I suppose. And he is on the freshest tyres out of the top 6. So yeah, he's in quite a good position here. 2 Red Bulls in the top 4. Mr. Fisfy leading, yet to make a pit stop. So interesting strategy from Mr. Fisfy. Definitely a 1-stop, I would imagine, if he stayed out. But yeah, we'll have to see him. Bryony, it's worth noting, hasn't got a time penalty yet, compared to everyone else, well, most of the other drivers, bar Original Blazers, Magma Beast, and SDK Max. Taylor, get that person on your phone to go away. You're busy. But yeah, those drivers are yet to have a time penalty, so that could come in clutch at the end. Let's have a look at the time penalties. Actually, we're currently looking at the tyres. So there are the time penalties. Then, majority of the field having 3 seconds. A couple with 9. And a couple with 5 or 6. So, yeah, and I believe Taylor's back now. Who was calling you, Taylor? Who was calling you?
Someone from F1GXL Racing headquarters.
That's cap. That is cap.
Not. It's not.
Was it HS Redders asking to be moved down to Tier 2?
You just haven't been invited yet to headquarters, so...
wow.
Yeah.
I did tell HS Redders to beat you up, by the way, for putting you down. Putting him down, putting him up to Tier 1.
We'll see.
But he said he doesn't see you anymore, so
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Why doesn't he see you anymore?
Because what you said. I'm too scared. Just running away.
I don't think that's the actual reason. Did you go to different secondaries or something?
Yeah, pretty much. Something similar.
Oh, right. Something similar. All right. It's a little bit of a mystery then. But, so I believe it will be safety car in this lap, as the entire field is now bunched up once again from Mr. Fisfy all the way down to Amelia, down in 17th.
Just go in AI. You don't need to drive the car under safety car. The drivers.
Yes, you do.
Why? Why do you?
To warm the tyres.
Oh, no.
What's happened? Oh dear, is that SDK? Oh, it's Toxic Squid dropping down the order. What's happened there?
Basically, I was on board with Daniel, and then I see Toxic Squid slowly rolling across the track.
Why?
Because he's fun. It was a slow spin as well. It was so bad. Oh god.
Oh! People are hitting each other. What the fuck?
That's why I say go in
People are
AI.
hitting each other.
If you go in AI, you're not going to spin on the safety car.
Yeah, I have to say, everyone's getting a bit close together at the moment, which is of course expected because we're under safety car. But I believe there was a couple of 5 seconds going around there. Particularly, I noticed for Lucas, for a collision with someone. I wonder if it was his teammate, because they both have 5 seconds. It might have been.
No, it was a collision with...
So once again...
Collision with a Magma Beast.
Oh, well, Original Blazers has somehow got 5 seconds as well, so I'm not sure quite what's happened there, but
this is going to be
we'll see.
An interesting safety car restart. Mr. Fisfy is going to
It'll be an interesting... Oh, is that Dark Lord into the back of Magma Beast? That will be a 5 second. Yes, it is. 5 second for Dark Lord. But I mean, that was his fault because he just went straight into the back of him. But yeah, so Mr. Fisfy then will restart this race as he goes through the final corner.
Hurry up,
as he
Fisfy.
slows down quite.
Please hurry up. Please hurry up.
Go.
Yeah,
just go. We don't want any more 5 seconds. But he has gone now, and he's gotten... nah, Bryony's actually... He stayed with him. He's only 0.3 of a second the gap as they go into turn 1. Is that rain?
That's
rain! That is not what I expected to. I didn't know it was going to rain. So that has turned this race onto its head then. As F1 is pressuring Bryony into the first chicane of the lap. Lucas has gotten ahead of Fliniesta into the first couple of corners. There's that Dark Lord going very much the wrong way through turn, I believe 4. I don't know exactly what corner it is, but yeah, he's off the road. So yeah, and losing places as a result, as F1 Union and Bryony going side by side. A little bit of contact between them, but F1 Union does about get ahead of Bryony as there's position changes between Dark Lord and SDK Max as they goes through the chicane. SDK Max just about inches ahead of Dark Lord, who I believe has front wing damage. Yes, he does, but that's not going to hold him back as he comes back for a return on SDK Max. Goes down the inside with the soft combat tires. Wow, that was close. He nearly had a one-way trip to the barrier there, but he has just about survived as there's position changes here between Bryony and SDK Jake now. SDK Jake pressurizing Bryony. Bryony's run wide, and that has allowed SDK Jake up into third place, and I believe that is Magma Beast off of the road. Yes, it is. Something's happened there, so I wonder if he was caught out by the rain, but I'm not completely sure. As, yeah, Bryony is dropping back right now. He had this restart in second. He's now down to fourth, and it could be fifth as here comes Lucas down the main straight and gets ahead of Bryony. So Bryony is having awful restart right now. He's all the way down in second, and as F1 Union now takes the lead of the race away from Mr. Fisfy. So F1 Union then into the lead of this race as the rain is coming down now. I think it is starting to affect these drivers. But if this rain comes down enough for it to be inters, then Mr. Fisfy has pulled off a masterclass strategy here by staying out and choosing track position. So, but yeah, we'll have to see. But these drivers do have to be very, very careful now because this could end very, very badly indeed if there's a little bit of contact. As you can see here, Lucas pressurizing SDK Jake as we go into the chicane. Can't get the move done just yet. He's looking for it now up the inside. A little bit of contact between them. A bit of Tokyo drifting there from SDK Jake, but keeps it pointing in the right direction for the time being at least. But here he comes then, SDK Jake now doing the attacking on Mr. Fisfy as they go through the right-hander, and when they come into shot, SDK Jake is ahead of Mr. Fisfy and up into second place. So nice moves there from SDK Jake. He is the man on the move. Oh my god, that was close from F1 Union. That was very, very close indeed, and it did a nice drift there on the exit of the right-hander. Keeps it pointing the right way, which is, of course, what you want to do as we go through the penultimate corner. Then F1 Union leads this race on lap 13, and I wonder, actually, if it's time for inters, because it looked very, very slippery.
Yeah,
Mr.
we're
Fisfy
seeing
is
a lot
in.
come in.
So there's a lot of drivers in. The guys that have stayed out, F1 Union, Lucas, and the two Red Bulls, they are going to lose time. Let's ride on board with someone. Let's ride on board with the race leader. Actually, no, let's ride on board with SDK Jake so we can just get a little bit of comparison between him and F1 Union. So, yeah, right then, as yellow flags at the back, I wonder if, yeah, SDK Max is retired in the pit lane for some reason. But, yeah, look how treacherous it is out there. The rain is really coming down. So, these two, I wouldn't be surprised if DRS has been disabled. I didn't see a notification saying that it had been. Oh, SDK Jake with a lovely bit of car control there. Just about keeps it in the right direction. Look at this. This is not Formula 1 anymore. This is like sledding. As Lucas is now gaining on SDK Jake. Careful, lads. Oh, Lucas trying to go round the outside. There's no grip out there whatsoever. He has to take to the escape road. When he rejoins, he will be behind SDK Jake, and I hope he doesn't get yes, he does get a time penalty for that, but he could probably get that removed since he did slow down, and he is now actually probably going to lose position to Fliniester as a result as well. So yeah, yeah, it's definitely inters. You could see just like it looks wet, and it doesn't usually look wet on this game, but it looks wet out there. So yeah, these slick runners are going to be in an awful place. Let's run on board with the lead. The lead intermediate runner is Mr. Fisfy. So Mr. Fisfy is technically leading this race.
He's been my driver of the day today. He's
for sure.
He's shown some very nice overtaking ability, and he's also kept it very clean. I spoke to him before the race, so I'm very impressed.
Oh, is that Daniel off the road? Yes, it is. Daniel in the Ferrari. It's been an awful debut for him. A good quali and then a pretty awful race. But he has kept his front wing on, though. So it's not entirely bad. A safety car deployed. What is that for? I don't know what that's for, but that could well save these drivers that are in the pit lane.
God.
Let's see then. F1 Union is the leader of them as he makes his way down the pit lane at 37 miles an hour. And you know what? Oh, no! Mr. Fisfy's got a drive-through. Oh,
Oh.
that,
Oh.
that's a real shame. That
Oh.
is a real shame.
Oh. He's still my driver of the day. I don't
He's
know what
still my
that.
driver of the day
I
as
don't know
well.
what that safety car came out for. So.
Neither do I. I hope we don't have a glitch. But yeah, I'm not sure. I wonder if it was for Daniel, because he did crash, but he did survive the crash.
It's weird.
So,
It's weird.
yeah, that is weird, but that is so unfortunate for Mr. Fistfeet. He was going to be leading the race by quite a few seconds as well. But
Yeah.
then the safety car just came out at exactly the wrong time. And it has saved those slick runners. It has been a godsend for them.
Yeah,
Particularly for the top three.
It has saved them completely.
Because they've kept ahead of everyone else.
Um,
But yeah.
Flynn is apologising for not knowing why the safety car is out. It's okay, Flynn. You don't need to apologise. I said why.
Why is he
I
apologising?
said why safety car. He said don't know. Sorry.
Well, Ridian thinks it was because Daniel died.
But
and
Daniel
that's what I
survived
thought
the
as
crash,
well.
though. It didn't really look like.
Well, sometimes it can get triggered for just crashes, even if they are still going. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, he didn't even lose his front wing from it, so I'm not completely sure. But it has been a saviour for the Magma Beast. At least Magma Beast is still here. Because he's had a bit of rotten luck this race, but he is still going in 16th position, about a minute off of the leader. Let's have a look, actually. Gap to leader, yeah, he's a minute off. So, yeah, right then. Well, these guys, they did struggle, to drive under safety car in the dry, so hopefully, well, actually, I don't know why I'm saying hopefully. It'll be even worse in the wet, won't it? But yeah, and I'm hearing that Dark Lord straight-lined Kieran. So that's lovely. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that. I need a drink of... I'm going to go get a drink of water. Be right back.
And so am I.
Taylor, why are you not commentating? Taylor? Oh, he's not here. Oh, something's happened. What on earth has happened? Oh, no. Oh, no. I believe that was a McLaren spinning around. I'm not sure which one. Oh, dear. What's going on here? Taylor, what's happening? He's not here. I don't know where Taylor's gone. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. What's happening down the back? Tier 2 plus safety car plus rain doesn't end well. Even on one of the widest tracks on this game. Oh dear. Well, we'll have to see. Yeah, both McLarens have got damage, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Someone's in. I believe that's Mr. Fisfy, isn't it? Yes, it is. And gets a 5-second for spinning in the pit lane. Oh dear. That is... I do feel sorry for Mr. Fisfy, but yeah, we are back underway again then, and... What the hell? F1 Union's got about the biggest gap in the world. What is going on? What is going on? Oh no! Oh no! Oh dear. This is. Oh no! Is that original? Oh no! It's Lucas. Lucas going around. Oh dear. Oh god. I think that was possibly the worst safety car I've ever seen in my life. Oh dear. And I thought this. Why did it have to rain? Why did it have to rain? This race was going to be clean. Oh dear. Oh, Dark Lord and Original Blazers going side by side. I believe they have just about kept on going in the right direction. For the time being, Dark Lord gets ahead of Original Blazers, but oh dear, what has happened under this safety car? The ones that haven't got damage have got a big advantage, I think, after that. Look at Kean Reynolds. How has Kean Reynolds found himself up in third? What has happened while I have been gone? F1 Union's got a brilliant restart. He's got a 7-second lead. Dear oh dear. 10 laps to go. SDK Jake runs second with Kean Reynolds right behind him. Oh! Kean Reynolds! Oh, and just about has a clout with the barrier. Oh dear, I just said how good he was doing, and then he loses it on his own. Kean Reynolds. It is a difficult corner to navigate in the wet. I will say that it can just catch you out, and unfortunately, it's caught Kean Reynolds out on at this point. So, yeah, he will probably pit for a new front wing unless he does want to stay out. He might stay out actually. Yes, he does. He decides to stay out with that front wing damage. He thinks that maybe that's the better option as the XFL Charlie speeds into the pit lane and, so, yeah, retires. I am not completely surprised by that. But here comes Bryony then on Kean Reynolds as we go down the main straight as it's nearly 3 wide. Dark Lord trying to get involved in the background. Side by side into turn 1 we go then. Red Bull versus Alfa Romeo. Kean Reynolds is just about inching ahead, but Bryony now inches ahead and Dark Lord is trying to follow him through as we go into the chicane then. Kean Reynolds under attack from all angles here, and he has been overtaken by Bryony and Dark Lord in the space of about one corner.
How did the restart go?
Horrific!
Oh no! Oh no!
Honestly, you do not want to watch it back. It was the worst thing I have actually ever seen.
That's why I left, because I had a feeling.
What, you didn't want to see it?
Yeah.
As the 2 racing points now going side by side
People left
into the chicane. Oh, that was close, but Original Blaze just about stays ahead. Honestly, the worst thing I've ever seen. Why do you think F1 Union is leading by about 7 seconds right now?
I can't see it, but
You can't see the gap, no, but you can see how far ahead he is.
Was there loads of crashes?
There was a lot of crashes.
Oh god.
Honestly, I came back and people were like,
we haven't had
this is
one
before
of
we
these
even
races in
restarted.
ages.
People were like dying under safety car, and I don't know why. Oh, and that is GXL Dragon off the road, and it looks like he's had a rear impact with the wall, so he's kept his front wing on, so no damage for GXL Dragon.
Oh,
so we'll
god.
keep on going.
Daniel has
But yeah.
left server.
Who has? Hello? Taylor? Taylor.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Who left?
ARL Daniel.
Well, he didn't last long.
He left the league.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He didn't last long, did he?
No.
I mean, he is still driving. I mean, not really. It's his AI, but you know.
Apparently,
yeah,
it was
I mean,
all Amelia's fault.
Well, she said she was lagging, so maybe. I didn't see all of it. All I saw was both McLarens getting front wing damage, one of them spinning round. I didn't see what happened leading up to it. I just thought everyone got a little bit too close and everyone tripped over each other. But yeah, and on the restart, just everyone died. I think someone got hit with the limiter, and that slowed everyone down, kind of like what happened at Bahrain all those races ago, where it's about 8 abreast. So yeah, it was just chaos. And yeah, Daniel has said in the Twitch chat, "Good luck, boys." Oh dear. Well, thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Unfortunate that that has happened to him. It just had to be the most chaotic race ever, didn't it? Oh well. We move.
We haven't
We
had
move.
a race like this in ages.
When you say ages, you mean about 2 races.
We haven't had loads of clips in ages. We haven't had loads of incidents in ages.
It's literally, it's because it's raining, and the rain has actually stopped now, by the way. Oh, as Toxic Squid runs wide and takes out the DRS sign and is overtaken by Bryony. It's just because of the rain. Before the rain came down, everyone was quite clean. Fairly clean.
Well, we can... We'll deal with it, won't we?
We will. I mean, Tier 2 is...
We always do.
It's Tier 2, we have a lot of drivers that we could put into seats at any point, so... Yeah, that's not a worry, if I'm honest. But it does mean Tier 2 is always quite chaotic. It could be worse. It could be DHL Tier 3.
Oh god, don't fire shots. On stream as well, wow.
What's Ollie gonna do? Get the get the anti-bullying ambassadors on me.
You really don't like it, Esther Ollie, do you?
No, I don't, and quite a few other people don't as well. So
okay, let's
it's not an unpopular opinion.
Let's not talk about that now.
Yeah, we'll move on. Dark Lord under pressure from Original Blazers as we go into what would be flat out in the dry, not flat out in the wet. As you can see the spray coming off the tyres, as I believe that's Toxic Squid who's crashed, I think, somewhere around here. And that is a virtual safety car deployed.
Yep.
That is, where has he crashed? Let's see if we can catch a glimpse of it. We're on board with Fliniesta.
Can you let me know if it was purposeful? Or?
I would imagine it wasn't, because Toxic Squid doesn't seem like that kind of guy. I can't find his car. Oh, it's disappeared now, so I guess we'll never know. But I don't think Toxic Squid is the kind of guy as Fliniesta. That's not the right line. But yeah, Toxic Squid, he's not the kind of guy, I don't think, to do that, as Fliniesta gets 5 seconds for running wide. SDK Jake and GXL Hallam have gone for softs. What on earth?
I mean,
Fliniesta, no! Drive through for Fliniesta for speeding under virtual safety car. Oh dear. He got a 5-second and a drive through under that virtual safety car. Oh dear. Right, let's ride on board with SDK Jake. It's definitely not time for slicks.
I mean,
that is the wrong call.
We'll see how it goes.
It will get better because the rain has stopped, but right now you can just see there's literally no grip on them. He's doing about 70 miles an hour through these corners, less than that now. So yeah, I mean you can just see the way he's driving. It's not time. Like if we ride on board with anyone that's on Inters, you can just see how much more confidence they have. Like GXL Dragon, we're riding on board with him now. He's about 20 miles an hour quicker through these corners. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is quite a lot. So yeah. Oh, it's SDK Jake and GXL Hallam, the 2 drivers that are on slicks.
Yeah, Jake's
other
really
than Kian Reynolds. I mean, they're both struggling. I think SDK Jake with a bit of Tokyo drifting there. But yeah, it's definitely not time for slicks. So this group at the front, the top 6, which are still on Inters, they can stay out and they'll be fine. They could probably go to the end, I would imagine. But yeah, we'll have to see how it all plays out. Magma Beast, by the way, up to 5th. Like, at the safety car, when the safety car came out, he was about 16th, and now he's in 5th somehow. So, I don't know how that's happened. And by the way, Bryony hasn't got a time penalty, but the leader's about 11 seconds away, so that's a bit useless. Original Blaze is trying to stay in the slipstream here of Dark Lord, as that is someone off. That is Kian Reynolds, I think. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Slick tyres are not the way to go. And Fliniesta's actually there as well. So I wonder if those two have had a collision. Oh, dear. That is not good. But yeah, it's not time for slicks, as I think Kian Reynolds has just proved. And Fliniesta gets a 10-second for exceeding track limits. It's not been Fliniesta's day, has it? Oh, dear. Anything else going on? Anything else? Bryony is in complete no man's land. Everyone else is just miles behind him, and everyone in front of him is miles in front. As DRS is now enabled again, actually. So that is a sign that slicks are going to be faster very, very soon. So then we could see some drivers changing onto the slick tyres quite soon then for these final 5 or 6 laps. So we'll have to see. Well, what do the leaders do? F1 Union is coming around the final few corners now. Let's see. Does he stay out? Does he come in? He comes in. So F1 Union comes in to put on what I would imagine would be a set of slick tyres. What does Briney do? Briney comes in as well. Original Blazers at Dark Lord getting very close. This is going to end badly if they're both going to try and come in. Original Blazers comes in. Does Dark Lord as well? Yes, he does. Oh my god! He hit Original Blazers. The Original Blazers went up in the air for a second there. But yeah, they both come in then. Everyone's coming in. 20 seconds of time penalties for Dark Lord. But yeah, everyone's coming, I think. Is Brian? What on earth? Brian's gone for hards. Okay then, that's an interesting strategy. I would imagine he just wasn't able to put it on the correct thing in time. But yeah. Oh dear, that is not great for him. GXL Dragon also in, but he has to serve 5 seconds unfortunately. Everyone else is pretty spaced out. F1 Union's got this win pretty solid. That gap has actually come down. SDK Jake, for what it's worth, and GXL Hallam, they've gained out of that. Because look at them now, they're 2nd and 3rd. They have actually gained out of that. So, fair enough. That early strategy to go onto the slicks, yes, it took some time. But when they got up to temperature, it has worked. Because now they are in 2nd and 3rd position. So, fair play to them. As Original Blazers gets ahead of Briney, who is definitely on the wrong tyre because he's on the hards. So yeah, Taylor, are you still there? I think I heard a bit of a mumble.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Just sitting here.
Are you watching YouTube during the GXL race?
No, I'm just scrolling on my phone aimlessly.
Anything bad to report?
This race.
Well, I knew that, but yeah.
Other than that, nothing else.
Let me have a quick look at the Discord.
Charlie's not very happy. What's an internet test?
An internet test is it's like it tests your connection, what your internet speed is.
Is it something that often happens in leagues?
Well, it depends. Some do, some don't. For example, I mean the big leagues like T2S2 and stuff. In their sign-ups, you are required to do an internet test just to prove that your Wi-Fi is not completely shite.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not uncommon, but it's not in every league. As Magma Beast getting extremely close to the back of Dark Lord. Through that left-hander, DRS enabled on board with this Ferrari as that was an interesting move from Dark Lord.
Maybe it's
but yeah,
we could
Magma
consider.
Beast does get ahead. Yes, wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
I'm sure that would go well for Venom. But
his Wi-Fi is actually better now. It's gotten better. It's not as bad as it was.
I haven't seen his Wi-Fi do anything wrong.
I think he got a booster, a Wi-Fi booster, so it's not as bad as it was now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Well, he definitely needed it, but So yeah, I mean, nothing's really going on.
There hasn't been many DNFs.
Well, there's been 5. Wait, no.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5.
Got 14 finishes.
Daniel's an AI, so is actually Amelia isn't, to be fair.
Yeah.
So only
Hasn't been two. Hasn't been as many.
could be worse.
As many DNFs as I would expect from a
If it was a dry race, this race wouldn't have been half as bad. It's just because the rain came down, and look, when the rain goes away, everyone's fine again. Like no one's crashing into each other.
We'll see.
But we could see something going on. Here comes GXL Dragon going ahead of Lucas. Didn't think I'd be seeing that today. Actually, no, that's not Lucas. That's Kim Reynolds. Oh my god! I was looking at the timing and not at like what's going on the track in front of me. So yeah, GXL Dragon ahead of Kim Reynolds up into P9. But yeah, Dark Lord and Magma Beast. They've been going at it for a couple of laps now. As we're not too far away from the penultimate lap of the race. So finally, this pain will be over. As GXL Hallam gets the time penalties. Let's have a look at the time penalties, actually. Let's see how many people have. 3 seconds, 9 seconds, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 26 seconds, 9 seconds, 3 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 13 seconds, 11 seconds, 16 seconds. So, yeah, it could be better, but it could be worse. As F1 sets the fastest lap of the race at 31.8 on the soft compounder tyre, as we now come on to the penultimate lap of the race. Not long, and then the pain will be over. But yeah, F1's pretty much got this one in the bag. GXL Hallam will have P2 as it stands, so that's nice for him. I think, yeah, 2.7 seconds, so SDKJ needs about 3 more tenths, and then he will have P2, but it's not over yet, so we'll have to see how this one plays out. Further down the field, Magma Beast and Dark Lord are still dicing over 6th position, even though Dark Lord has 23 more seconds of time penalties. Tell HS Reddis to stop calling you as we go through the right-hander. Both of these cars Italian, AlphaTauri and Ferrari, but here we go then. DRS enabled for the AlphaTauri, who is trying to stay in the slipstream of the Magma Beast in front of him. As we go down the straight, he's gaining. You can see Magma Beast goes over to the right-hand side, but Dark Lord is not close enough to go for that move. He thought about it, but he just wasn't close enough to go for it, and he stays behind the Magma Beast for the time being. Anyone else? Kim Reynolds, yeah, he's dropped off massively from GXL Dragon. I wonder if he's got wing damage. Let's have a look as he goes down the main straight. I think he does, actually. I don't see an end. Oh, no. No, he has got. He hasn't got wing damage, he's just slow. So, yeah. That's unfortunate.
I think SDKJ could have won this race.
You think SDKJ could have won this race? Yeah. I agree. He is gaining on F1 Union.
Significantly.
Slowly but surely, as we're now on the final lap. But yeah, he is gaining. But
I think it's going to happen.
And he does have 6 more seconds.
I think he's going to overtake him.
I don't think he will, Taylor.
Yeah. Hopeful, isn't it, now looking where they are?
It is a little bit hopeful, yeah, as Dark Lord does get ahead of Magma Beast down the pit straight, but now Magma Beast will... Oh, that is not the right line through turn 2. Shut up, Taylor.
Doing anything.
But yeah. What do you mean you're not doing anything? Well then, I don't think Magma Beast needs to fight this one, because he has 23 seconds less penalties than Dark Lord ahead of him. So he doesn't need to re-overtake him, but I hope he does try, just so we can see a little bit of action on this final lap. But if I'm honest, I think he's a little bit too far back. He is gaining, he's got the DRS, he's using his overtake. Dark Lord goes over to the left-hand side to defend. But as I said, Magma Beast is not close enough, and I believe that is a bit of sun coming out now. So that is nice to see. But yeah, Magma Beast, unless he could actually go for it. Dark Lord defends. Magma Beast oh god, I can't speak. Sold him the dummy there. That was a good move. Magma Beast up into P6. But here we go then. F1 Union out of the final corner to take his first win since Zandvoort. F1 Union comes across the line and wins GXL Tier 2. SDKJ comes home second. GXL Hallam, it's another podium in GXL for Lee. That is P3. Original Blazers P4 for Racing Point. Behind that, Bryony, is 5th, and he stays 5th. Magma Beast behind him gets 6th position. Dark Lord 7th, but I would imagine he'll drop down the order. Yep, Lucas 7th. And I think Dark Lord may just hold on to 8th, but I'm not completely sure. We'll have to see. Here comes GXL Dragon out of the final corner. He's currently 9th. When he crosses the line, he will be 8th. Yay for GXL Dragon. P8. And I think Kim Reynolds is too far back. Yes, he is. Kim Reynolds gets P10. And then Mr. Fistfeet gets my driver of the day. P11. Finiesta will be P12, and everyone else is finished. So, yeah.
What a race.
Taylor? Yeah. Let's see. Anyone else angry?
Yep, yep. Instant anger.
Yeah, there's a little bit of anger. You got a lot of hoes calling your phone, Taylor.
Ugh.
But yeah, so I'll just show the podium because just in case any of the drivers want to put any screenshots of the podium on their Instagrams or something, and then I will end the stream.
Are you gonna give us a top 10 rundown?
Okay. F1 Union wins. SDK Jake second. GXL Harlem third. Original Blazers fourth. Bryony fifth. Magnum B sixth. Lucas seventh. GXL Dragon eighth. Dark Lord ninth. Kian Reynolds rounds out the top 10. And that is it. So yeah, I'm just replying to someone in Discord. There we go. Okay, thank you for watching GXL Tier 2. We'll see you tomorrow for Tier 1. Don't want to miss that.
I thought you spelled it wrong though.
No, I didn't.
I mean...
Right.